They saw everyone as as I believe their Maker sees them, with the limitless potential to do and to accomplish all those things that are good and right.
Every person has value. That's what the children of President James E. Faust and Ruth Wright Faust say their parents believed wholeheartedly.
Their goal was to try to, whatever they could do, make that person see a little bit about the potential that they had.
They say seeing that potential started with each other. The couple met during World War II. The young man who would become second counselor in the LDS First Presidency was a soldier in the U.S. Army Air Corps. Jim came home for a break and fell head over heels for Ruth Wright.
They were terribly in love, and they were poor, and they worked really hard and saved really hard.
They were a match made in heaven. While he was serving in the Army, they did the long-distance thing, but couldn't stand to be apart.
During the war, money was unavailable. They crossed the country 10 times during the war so that they could be together.
And when they couldn't travel, they wrote letters every day.
To my father, my mother was number one. And to my mother, my father was number one. And everything that they did and said and worked always thought of the other one first.
Jim and Ruth were married on April 21st, 1943. Two young kids with big dreams and little money. But what they lacked in resources, daughter Janna says, they made up for in work ethic.
Hard work, integrity, and I believe a faith helps them create this vision that they have of what the destiny is for them.
Jim thrived professionally as well as in the church. He became a bishop at age 28, graduated from the University of Utah Law School in 1948, and started working with a Salt Lake firm. Soon the children started coming, 5 of them. It was a bustling household. In 1962, he was elected president of the Utah State Bar Association and even went on to serve as a Democrat in the state legislature. President Faust was called to the Quorum of the 12 Apostles in 1976. Despite the great demands placed on their father, the children say they never felt neglected, and their mother would remind them family time was precious.
She'd say, "Oh my goodness, your father's going to be home." So she'd go in the other room and she'd quickly brush her hair and put lipstick on. And she'd say, "Hurry, let's quick straighten up." So she was trying to enlist all of us to help.
Life priorities are something the Fausts never compromised. They lived simple, strong standards and became examples for people all over the world.
Family, each other, serving the Lord.
There was no cost that was greater than doing the right thing, and that was always paramount.
It was so important to him to reach out to people that he heard that were struggling or someone that was going through something hard. They were just as important to him as anybody else.
They had a vision. They knew what was important.
They forged on through life's struggles with a spring in their step and love in their hearts, always optimistic about the future and the power of the human spirit.
Two people who truly believe that an individual has value and has worth.
Even when age slowed them down, their passion and adoration for each other endured. Their daughter Lisa was reminded of their great love while on a trip to Guatemala.
I could hear him as I was walking in saying to her, "You are such a beautiful woman, and I love you so much. I would just ask you to marry you all over again." And then he got on his knees and helped her tie her shoes because she was in a wheelchair at that time.
The Faust children and grandchildren say President and Sister Faust led by example and took every opportunity to teach. Granddaughter Melissa remembers the wise words she would hear at Sunday dinners.
She said to me, "Well, Melly," they always call me Melly, "I hope that when you have been married for 50 years, that you still get that spark that I get every time that I touch your grandma's hand." And he did. He loved my grandma more than anybody, and it was always clear to all of us how much he loved her. He was only comfortable, truly comfortable in his own shoes if he was next to her.
They served others as modern-day pioneers up until their deaths. President Faust passed away on August 10, 2007, at the age of 87. The children say Ruth's heart ached so much she couldn't stand to be without their father, and a few months later they were reunited. Ruth passed away 6 months later to the day.
They have left me. The legacy that they have left me is one that I think they really tried to leave to everyone that came into their contact. And that was a legacy of faith, of believing your value, believing that there is a supreme being who loves you dearly and who will be there for you. And that no matter what your journey takes you in life, which is supposed to have bumps and dips and turns and obstacles, He will help you over all of them. And through that, you will become stronger, and you will be able to face those turns and bumps and challenges easier and easier. And then you can reach out and help others along their journey.
How grateful I am for the legacy that they have left our family.